is Friday, April 9. Welcome to CGN News. Following days of increased seismic activity at La Soufrière volcano in St Vincent, the leader of the CARICOM member nation has issued an evacuation order for surrounding communities. Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves said Professor Richard Robertson of the Seismic Research Center of the University of the West Indies told him that the situation had deteriorated. Gonsalves said the Director of National Emergency Management Organization also gave him advice relevant to evacuation. Robertson explained that the activity changed significantly early Thursday morning with the onset of tremor activity. Carnival Cruise Line is sending 2 ships to answer the call for humanitarian support from St Vincent and the Grenadines as evacuation efforts continue. Prime Minister of Barbados Mia Mottley told Barbadians that the tourism minister was in talks with Carnival to source support for the neighboring territory. Carnival told Loop News they have 2 vessels en route to St Vincent and both should arrive today, April 9. Each ship will accommodate up to 1,500 residents who will be transported to neighboring islands which have agreed to offer refuge out of harm's way, according to a statement. Jamaican Prime Minister Andrew Holness has expressed solidarity with the government and people of St Vincent and the Grenadines and indicated Jamaica's readiness to provide assistance in light of the increased threatening activity of the La Soufrière volcano. Holness also committed to placing Jamaica's disaster assistance relief team at the ready, should they need to be deployed. The 2 leaders further agreed to remain in touch on evolving needs. The Bank of Jamaica, BOJ, is reminding that the Lumi currency is not authorized as a currency in Jamaica and is not legal tender. It said, quote, any purported issuance of currency of the island of Jamaica by a person or an entity other than the Bank of Jamaica is unauthorized and in breach of the Bank of Jamaica Act, end quote. The bank further stressed that it has the sole authority to issue currency of the island of Jamaica, represented by notes and coins. The Global T20 League, which has featured West Indies stars such as Kieran Pollard and Chris Gayle, will be moved to Malaysia this year due to COVID-19 restrictions in Canada. The governing body, Cricket Canada, said the decision was made following discussions with the Malaysian Cricket Association and tournament's owners, Bombay Sports. Canada's most populous region, Ontario, which plays host to the tournament, entered a new round of lockdowns this week following a surge in COVID-19 cases. The tournament is set to bowl off between June and July and will feature 6 teams clashing across 22 games over 18 days at the Kinara Oval in the capital, Kuala Lumpur. Experts at Colorado State University have announced the results of their first long-range forecast for the 2021 Atlantic hurricane season, with the prediction of above-average activity. It comes on the heels of the most storm-packed season on record in 2020, during which an unprecedented 30 named storms formed. It's set to become the 6th consecutive season with above-average activity, and there is a chance it could even approach extra active status. A report by the Washington Post on Thursday said the forecasters are predicting 17 named storms. In their outlook, the Colorado State scientists say 4 major hurricanes could swirl through the Atlantic this year. Major hurricanes have winds in the Category 3 range or higher. A new international labor organization, the ILO analysis, warns that ambitious actions are needed for the regional labor market to recover in 2021. The report said that the Latin American and Caribbean region lost 26 million jobs as a result of the pandemic. It added that slow vaccination processes make the prospects for recovery in labor markets more uncertain. The ILO regional director highlighted that many of the challenges had before the pandemic remain in place, although they are now more urgent. Queen Elizabeth II's 99-year-old husband, Prince Philip, who was recently hospitalized and underwent a successful heart procedure, died on Friday. Buckingham Palace announced it is with deep sorrow that Her Majesty the Queen announces the death of her beloved husband, His Royal Highness the Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. His Royal Highness passed away peacefully this morning at Windsor Castle. The European Court of Human Rights has backed the Czech Republic in its requirement for mandatory preschool vaccinations. The case was brought by families who were fined or whose children were refused entry to preschools because they had not been vaccinated. In a landmark ruling, the court found that while the Czech policy interfered with the right to a private life, there was a need to protect public health. All the cases predate the COVID-19 pandemic. And finally, Nike says the art collective Mischief, which made Satan shoes that purportedly contain a drop of human blood in the soles, has agreed to issue a voluntary recall as part of a legal settlement. The $1,018 trainers are modified Nike Air Max 97s. Only 666 pairs were made, and all but one have been shipped. Mischief will offer full refunds to customers in order to remove the shoes from circulation, Nike said. The settlement resolves a trademark infringement lawsuit filed by Nike. The shoes were produced by the Brooklyn Collective in collaboration with rapper Lil Nas X, who held the last pair so he could choose the recipient. Mischief said it would keep the final pair of shoes. No further details were made public about the settlement, which includes the Jesus shoes produced by Mischief in 2019, also using the Air Max 97 as a base. That's it for CGN News. I'm Scott Wilson. Thanks for watching.